Hey loves, welcome. Golden Empress Collection here. Glad you are joining me. Random reading here. It's definitely just going to be a premiere, something that we're posting. Hopefully you guys are going to catch this and YouTube shows it to you. So we're going to do a little bit of prayer work. This is part of the reading, but if you want to wait till I get to the cards, I'd say go ahead and skip forward to about 2 minutes in the reading. At this time, I ask for any divine energies that surround us, protect us, and keep us in good light and in good faith to come forward to banish and knock out and rebuke all negative energies or entities that try to come in and disturb this reading, try to bring any sort of doubt or lack into this reading. I know that we go through our hard times. I do know that, but if you are here to hear the message of faith. You are here to hear the message of commitment to oneself, to spirit, to God, and what it is that spirit would like us to do. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with this deck. Needed to kind of pick up on that. It was 1:11 on the clock as I went and, sort of picked up this deck. So something uncanny is what I just heard. Something uncanny. Make sure that you guys are also checking out the Instagram. We are going to have a couple of giveaways coming up for the Easter holiday just because I love it. It's kind of like getting Easter eggs. It will be based on metaphysical energy, lots of musical healing, things like that. So if you want to join, just make sure you're participating and you're willing to provide me with a mailing address so you can collect your prize. Okay? So again, make sure you're hitting that like button. What message needs to come out? Peace and harmony. I love it. I told you, peace and harmony. We just called in our ancestors. Maybe you guys, they're reminding you to do that on a regular basis. Don't forget to call in your ancestors. Make sure that they are surrounding you. You should also be doing that yourself. Surrounding yourself with the healing white light, positive energy, right? Archangel Raguel. Now, I don't have a real strong knowledge base, but I will tell you this is not the first time he has come out within the last 7 days. Bottom of the deck, you also have Archangel Michael that says you are protected. So I'm going to say, give yourself the opportunity to research this a little bit. Let me see if I actually have the deck here. I do not. Okay, so I'm not going to do any reading for you right now, but the intuitive energy that I am picking up on this is one of sensitivity and definitely one of clarity. I'm looking at the lines that are being drawn that are coming from the mind state here. So it's all about the way you're going to be thinking. I also like the fact that his hands have these fiery palms that say you have the ability to manifest if you choose to. Right? Everything it is that you want, everything it is that you need, if it's, turning things, having that Midas touch, turning things into gold, having those epiphany moments that create gold for you. I'm also picking up on that. Then those are the things that you will be granted. Archangel Michael really watching over you and telling you that it's time for you to trust your vibes. It's time for you to listen to your heart. It's time for you to listen to your intuition. Heart space being green. This is a go. Okay. Seafoam green for some of you. Seafoam green. I'm going to say that it was like a really popular color in the fashion industry here a little while back. Maybe that's your favorite color. Just remember that there's something here to do with seafoam green. What is that? I have a feeling it's something about seeing somebody either wearing the color or a design that you are creating that will catch a particular type of customer. And that's why I definitely see the energy of creating something, being very positive with it and turning it into gold. It's something that sits well. It's very melancholy. I guess melancholy is the word I'm looking for. It's not depressing. I know that, but it's something that is very subtle, but it feels good to the heart is what it seems like. But do you see how, again, you've got the lines coming here, and then you also have his hands creating this positive mindset. So you're going to be creating something positive, very, very positive, and it's going to be loving. Okay. Or you're picking up on a very loving intention. And again, it might be Archangel Michael. Normally, when you think of Archangel Michael, most people think of the royal blue color. So it could be, something that's created here in the heart, and then you learn to speak it into existence. You're given this opportunity to share your truth, and it's protected. Your truth is protected to the point where your riches are your riches. The ability for you to grow in wealth is what I'm hearing is going to be something that will not be harmed. You have this new beginning in a sense. Okay. It won't be harmed. If whatever it is that you were creating, you were wondering if the divine was protecting you, of course they're protecting you. They truly, truly are. You guys are highly favored. Highly favored. I told you. See? Do you see how his hands are creating something new? It's the magician in the mirror. So, I mean, it could go from hot to cold. Maybe you've been trying for a couple of years to get whatever this is off the ground. Well, it's finally happening for you. You've created a foundation that is now being viewed and seen. I will say, if any of you have an enemy, this enemy will be jealous of the fact that you have created an empire the way that you have. They would like for you to stop, okay? Or maybe they've sent some sort of an intention to you to stop, because what I'm picking up on here is mirror magic. I don't see you being the one doing the mirror magic. I see that somebody is watching you to see what it is that you are creating. They watch you from the ethers, but in a sense, like literally, they might be doing some sort of scrying to try to determine if they can beat you. Okay, so I do feel that, it's competition is what I see. I'm not sure why they're scrying the way that they are, but there's an open set of eyes that you don't see. I do see that there's a little bit of jealousy there. Your foundation, it's from the heavens, okay? Whatever it is that you're working on, even if you're at the very bottom of it, you are being given some sort of, it's a helping hand that's coming from the divine. I think I said that once already. I might be repeating myself. If I am, I'm so sorry. All right, let's see, babies. What you got? So indecision about the world, adjacent possibilities, and man holding a coin. Okay, like I told you. And so remember I told you it was someone who wanted to try to stop you, maybe possibly block you, make you second guess whatever decision it was that you were trying to make. Maybe it was just like you had too many options. Well, guess what? It's a big world. Right? Of course, there's going to be a lot of options, but to me, this is Capricorn energy. So you receive your spiritual message here, and not necessarily from, Capricorn, they say is the devil, but think about it. December 25th, that's God's birthday, right? Christmas Day. That's a Capricorn energy. So you can take it as it resonates. Is it something that you're just going to have multiple opportunities to create finance and create abundance? I do believe so. I don't think that you have to look at it from an aspect of, other people are going to try to control you. I think you have everything in the bag. I think that when one door closes, another door will open, right? Or if that door it never opened, that's because it wasn't meant for you. It was because it was meant for you to do something different. It was because it was meant for you to say, hey, my opportunity is over here. I understand that I'm going to go through these particular challenges and I see what happened in the past, but Spirit keeps giving me these messages. They keep showing me I can do it this way if I want to do it this way, right? I told you. I knew it. They almost told me not to pick this up, but I picked it up anyway. Okay. So what I'm going to warn you about is not paying attention to the people that are worried about what you're doing. You are going to get there. When I say gold, because this is like, silver, and then you got gold over here. So somebody looking like I'm never going to get this, or someone looking at, what it is that you're creating and saying, I like what they have going on over there. I'm going to try to take it. Someone who's envious, someone who's jealous, this should not be your energy. If this is your energy, Spirit says, stop it right now. You have too many other options going on. It will block you from the things that you do want to manifest. Holding on to envy or jealousy, wondering how somebody else got something done. Stop wondering. Go ahead and do your own thing. That's what they need you to do. They need you to invest. They need you to be the wise one. They need you to see there's opportunity there for you. That's what I feel. See, I told you. Patience. Sagittarian energy. And then you also have the sacral chakra. Again, spirit, your guardian angels coming in here and providing you with a creative sense of peace and creative source. What is it that they're supposed to be creating? I feel like that is the main question here. Can we hone in a little bit on what it is that's being created? For some of you, it's love and light. You yourself are love and light. You are someone who is supposed to be delivering divine messages. Don't stop what you're doing, okay? You are supposed to be helping the universe see that there are other ways to do things, okay? You don't have to let other people take advantage. See, I told you, other ways to do things. Spiritual energy of Archangel Chamuel. When I think of Archangel Chamuel, I think of like it's a happiness vibration, but it's also a positive motivating factor. And I'm going to say positive motivating force within someone's life. Yes, I am quoting Aaliyah. I am, because that was the homegirl back in the 2000s. But it's all about the prosperity that comes, right? Putting your creativity to use and becoming the queen. Right? I mean, this is not technically the Empress energy, but this is someone who is stable. This is someone who is secure, and this is someone who knows. There's also something here about speaking your truth, because I just saw Archangel Gabriel and I saw the moment of clarity within the throat. So something to do with the throat chakra as well. So we've also had the sacral chakra. We've had the third chakra, which is the solar plexus. And now we've got the throat chakra. And then at the beginning, we definitely had that vibration of the sea foam green, you know, being in a loving energy enough to be able to speak your piece. Okay, so I think that's a duplicate message that just kind of came out there. Okay, I'm going to throw a couple of these just because my ancestors are telling me to, is what I feel. A little more specific message here for some of you. And again, I appreciate you joining me. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Let's see. They said shuffle. They said shuffle twice. Success and victory. Protected. You are highly protected and favored. I love saying that to you guys. Yep. Against people that would try to hate. Okay. So you do have opposition. I know you do, but I don't think you need to be phasing it, because you are that sweetheart. You are someone who is emotionally stable. I think that there's, if anything, they're just jealous of the fact that you are who you are and would like to create drama for you. Maybe they live in some sort of an emotional drama and they don't understand how you handle things, you know, so sensitive the way that you do. It's because you have your chakras balanced. It's because you understand and you listen to a higher power that is meant to and designed to bring you a sense of peace. Like I said, it's a sense of peace. All right, anything else? Again, highly protected and favored. Make sure you're doing your protection work so that your abundance does come through. Protect your ability to keep your abundance against the haters, okay? This is you getting over somebody trying to betray you or things that have happened in the past, speaking your truth about who you truly are. In this deck, it is going to, in this deck, this is going to talk to you about somebody you might need to cut off. Telling someone your plan is not a good idea. I feel like this is something that you should keep to yourself. If there is possibly a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo that you do trust, you trust this person and you know that they're going to protect your secret, okay. But if you feel like there is any slight chance that somebody might betray you, this is not a conversation that you need to be having with them. This is something that you need to keep to yourself. And this is something Spirit says, yes, if they're not going to reciprocate good, positive energy with you, we need you to protect your money. Protect it at all cost. All cost. Cut people off that are not willing to work with you so that you are resourceful, successful, and are getting the bag. Yes. Divine masculine energy here. Some of you might be planning on divorcing someone, but you're waiting. They said they need you to wait because your person is actually going through, and it might not even be divorcing. You might be planning on separating yourself from somebody that didn't see your value at one particular point, and you were trying to decide if you wanted to stay with this person. Maybe you two have ghosted each other. You're not around each other at this point. There is something here where they want you to wait. They do. They want you to wait. This person is going to apologize to you. Yeah. They're going to apologize to you for the drama that they put you through, for the lies that they told you. I do know that they were manipulating the situation because of a need to act single, maybe, is also what I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on a love language now. I know that you guys were very strong, steadfast, and positive when it came to the hardcore working and being blessed. But this is also something that could be trying to hinder you from being in this blessed energy. You need someone who's stable and solid, right? And if you separated yourself from somebody, this person is spying on you now. This person does want to see you, but there's something about the energy of where they possibly had like other options or other people. Maybe you caught them with multiple phone numbers, or you caught them, yeah, see, my phone just went off. You caught them in some sort of, because it's talking about USBs on my phone over here. You caught them with some sort of technology that made you realize that they had other options that were going on. And so because of that, they didn't know what they wanted. You ended it. Yeah, and they're definitely spying on you. They're watching you. You might have some sort of platform in some way, shape, or form where you are a public speaker, is what this says to me. Okay, they admire you. I will tell you that. Let's see what else. Yeah, they definitely admire you. They look at you as, because I keep wanting to say Empress energy. Maybe you're a mother, maybe again, public speaker, or you're someone who has a platform with this air energy, but they admire how loving you are. They admire how much difficulty you've been through, and you know not to let that hold you back. Okay. Don't forget that you definitely have someone here that would want to try to take from you. So take that as it resonates, and, you know, just pray on it. Pray for the clarity on how you're supposed to deal with this person. Spirit will normally show you. I don't think you need to stress out about whoever this is. Let them stress out. Okay. And maybe they are stressed out about you because you're not putting in any sort of, you know, energy to worry about what it is that they're doing. They wonder if you spy on them. Are you going to come back around to them? They owe you an apology. I will tell you that. They truly do owe you an apology. But like I said, I mean, my dear, you're just in the middle of getting the bag. You know, I don't think that this person has stopped getting the bag either. But there's something about an apology that needs to come through. Whatever this is, if you two are just separated right now and, you know, this is what you two call a fight, well, it's all based in ego. And I will tell you, ego will be the death of the situation. Okay. You got people reminiscing about you. If children are involved, you know, you have to have a whole conversation. It's just a lot right now. You know, if it's too much to where you feel like you had to separate yourself from this person, you've even removed sex from the situation. It's going to take a lot more than an apology. It's going to take changed behavior in order for somebody to come back to whatever this is. Yeah, it's going to take reciprocity. Okay. It's going to take truth within a relationship. It's going to take, you know, twin flame, honesty, trust. I get it that you all trigger each other the way that you do, but where's the healing in this, right? Is the healing going to happen, or is it somebody that needs somebody to, you see what I mean? I don't know. Somebody here gets a kick out of the drama. And it's like, why? I think that the feminine in this energy is more of the one that wishes for peace and prosperity. And maybe again, if the feminine realized that Hinge and Tinder and, you know, all these dating apps were involved, it wasn't for them. And so they decided to move away. It was too much of a burden. I mean, if you're going to be out here and someone's treating the situation like it's a game or it's an option, or, you know, sometimes I say the Seven of Pentacles is, you know, different phone numbers in the same area code, right? 7 digits. And realizing that this masculine has multiple people that they're talking to, it would just be a fight in the long run. So somebody says, no, I would rather move away from that and be single. But then somebody else is saying, no, part of me wants to hold on to this. And so there's a lot of conflict around that. And I really do, based on what I'm seeing here, I believe that you know, somebody walking away from whatever this is creating the masculine's, you know, it's kind of tugging at the masculine's heart, and it's saying, hey, I know what my happiness is. I'm good. This person's good. And together we are a successful team. That's what it feels like. We're a very successful team, but somebody didn't want to make a decision here, and now they're going through some sort of mental instability, and they're really triggered, you know, because I think that they know what they did was create conflict and have some sort of an abusive tendency. So I don't know. I'm just going to say, Divine Feminine, congratulations for standing up for yourself. You're not going to accept abusive tendencies. You're not about to sit here and be someone's option, right? Somebody wants to have their cake and eat it too, so you ghosted. Look, somebody's lying about having options, and I think it's like, okay, well, I mean, if that's what you want to do, please go do that. So that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Take that as it resonates, you know, in a sense. I think we're already at 20 minutes, and I know we went from talking about career to, you know, jumping into a relationship. So please don't let that distract you. Okay. I believe that your career is a very, very big part of what you have going on. And the sense of security that you need is great, but you need to withhold, you know, the information and maybe the happy parts of yourself so that you are not abused in any way when it comes to somebody who doesn't want to make up their mind. You know, they're in this indecisive state. Well, I mean, if they choose to end it, okay. But are they going to stay with other options, or are they going to commit? I think the way that somebody is asking. Okay. So I'm going to pull one card for the feminine here, since it seems to kind of have split between the feminine and the masculine. Again, take it as it resonates. You don't have to be a specific gender to harness that particular energy, okay? Show me the feminine. Ooh. The feminine is the seahorse, which says watch and wait with an H. So I do feel like they are the ones that left. Yeah. There's nothing to be wasted with the vulture spirit. The vulture spirit is very thorough, okay, in a sense. I know it can be someone who picks at situations, or, you know, I don't know. There's something about leftover. I know that they said wait on something, but I want you to be careful with that. I want you to pay attention to who you have around you, because then what they're offering you is, you know, some sort of unity, okay, with the number 3. It is the 21 here. Okay, so are you playing, you know, what is the name of that game? Blackjack? You know, are you playing some sort of game, or are you really offering yourselves to wear this crown and be at peace? Because I think that this is God's peace. That's what I believe. This is God's peace, and this is an opportunity for you to really be abundant. Yeah. Because somebody here is gossiping. You have other people around you. You also have cat spirit, which says claim your independence and watch your words with the parrot. Okay. So there is some sort of gossiping that's happening. I just noticed I put those back in the deck. Divine Feminine, what they want you to claim is not being picked at, not being talked about, not being gossiped about, you know, really being honored and respected, being able to wear your crown and find opportunities. I'm thinking to myself, the dove that has the olive branch. Okay. So if it's truly someone who wants to offer peace and offer unity, you will know. You will know. Otherwise, it's just going to be someone who carries a very awkward spirit and would be willing to harm you. And if they're willing to hold on to that tendency, you know you don't want that. Okay. All right. Let me see the Divine Masculine energy, please. The Divine Masculine energy. I hope this reading's helped somebody. Lots of career at the beginning, and then again, I think we stepped into a deceptive type of love in the aftermath of it. Okay. Anything for the masculine energy? A couple came out with those too. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Pardon. Oh, masculine, what are you doing? So the masculine is someone who has their guard up a way, way big time. We have porcupine energy here. So this person is standoffish for whatever reason. You know what I'm thinking? This porcupine energy for the masculine is definitely wounded, okay? They don't even realize how wounded they are. It's kind of like, you know, when a masculine carries an energy or they behave in a certain type of way, it's because of something that they don't realize. It's because of a beginning that they have not taken yet, right? And so they stay stuck in this fox energy. And it says, think on your feet, but they're consistently trying to change something. They're saying, okay, yeah, I'll do it this way, but then they don't. And then all of a sudden something changes. And then here's the other thing. It says white raven spirit. Okay, I've never seen this card before. This is the first time. And then on top of that, I also have trust in the divine detours with the coyote. So the fact that we have the fox and the coyote, you have a trickster energy here. We have 9, we have 7, and then we also have a 3 here, which is throwing off, again, the Tesla vibration I was telling you guys about. We have 27, 16, we have 66. We also have a 48 with the divine masculine. So lots of 3s here, or vibration of 3, lots of odd energy. I do believe that you need to be careful, because I feel like I understand that this is a white raven spirit. This is a call for the masculine to clean up whatever energy it is that they've been dealing with, because this feminine is not going to be putting up with the tangled webs that somebody sets out to create, to deceive. Okay, and that's what they say. What tangled webs we weave when we set out to deceive. So I'm just going to say, watch out. Watch out. Bottom of the deck, you have the lizard spirit. It says, dream the world into beginning. Somebody needs to learn to change, and they need to learn to adjust, and allow the feminine to heal, allow the feminine to move on. And maybe it's a choice, right? But I do believe that the feminine, you are wishful thinking here. You're definitely thinking of a peaceful opportunity, maybe being with this person, and the masculine is still wounded, or, you know, they're going through something where if you do get too close, they would wound you. And I don't even know if they mean to do it intentionally. It's just some sort of habit they might have that is destructive to the relationship. And so they need to do what they need to do to work on themselves, to make themselves a better individual. And while they're doing that, I have a feeling that, you know, what it does is it opens up the doorway for the feminine to bring in, you know, abundance. See, look, I went straight to it. And the feminine must be very sexy, very divine. And basically what it says is the rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. So don't be blocked. Okay, don't be blocked. Don't wait for pigs to fly. All right, some of you guys, this might be when I say pig, this could be the way somebody acts, or it could be someone who's the year of the rabbit, year of the pig. But this 10 of spades it's hurtful. And it's either you're going to get over it, or this is what somebody would still be willing to do to you. And I just don't believe that somebody with a kind heart, like I see, someone who's very creative, someone who's abundant and has everything in the world going for them, has to deal with somebody like that. I don't see it. I don't. All right. So, like I said, you guys make sure that you're joining me for the weekly reading, because those are always fun. We get a lot of information. They're normally live too. Okay. So we normally do all signs if we can. And we pick up on what spirit needs us to know. And I give you guys all of the downloads that I've had for the week, and those can be off the chain. I actually have quite a few getting ready to come through now. I will say this, beware of those demonic spirits that want to come in and, you know, especially the spirit of discontent, you know, people that send that energy in, they're missing you. They want to see you. You don't have to honor the energy of discontent. I need you to see it for what it is, and I need you to rebuke it. Okay. So again, this is for you guys. I'll see you over on Instagram. Give me a hug, sugar. I appreciate you. Hit that like button. I'll see you later. Peace and elbow grease.